Hi, I'm Kelly,
I'm Allison.
I'm Leah.
And I'm Kristen.
and this is Fear and Wine. Hi, welcome to Fear and Wine. We are a podcast about horror TV shows, movies, and more, and we are covering Them Season 2 right now, and we are down to the last 3 episodes. So Kristen is going to cover episode 6 for us, and the title of it is Do You Want to Play a Game? And because of that, we decided that our questions today was going to be what are or were your favorite toys or games? It could be from childhood or currently, because I still like playing games, so
Yeah, I do
mine
too.
are all over the place.
I do too.
So
Well,
what's everyone's favorite
I don't know,
games?
what are some of your favorites, Kelly?
All right, I'm a board game lover.
Awesome. I like
I
board games
still
too.
love board games. I love trivia games, especially if it's anything specific trivia. Broad trivia, I'm not great at, but if it's like
Bravo.
if it's Bravo trivia, Game of Thrones trivia, I
Nice.
played that on a cruise once. I killed a Game of Thrones trivia.
Wow.
Harry Potter trivia, I'm great at that. If it's a specific thing that I like, I can do it. If you're going to ask me just about general science and that, I'm not going to know.
So, like Jeopardy, have you ever watched Jeopardy or enjoyed watching?
Some categories I'm great at.
Yeah.
Some I have absolutely no clue.
I used to
So I don't. Yeah.
I used to play Jeopardy when it would come on TV with my grandmother. Like at night, we would sit together and watch Jeopardy, and we would make points for each regular answer we got right, and then it was 2 points for the daily double, and then 3 if you got the final one. And excuse me, it was so much fun. I loved it, and there would be anytime the question like where the answer was a country, I would just say Spain.
Eventually, it's gonna be right.
Yeah, like I think maybe once it hit, but yeah, for the most part, I wasn't great at it, but she was really good. She knows a lot of trivia, but it was so fun. That was one of my favorite memories. I like trivia.
Yeah.
I like board games too, but I don't love some of the classics. Like, please don't ask me to play Monopoly.
Well, I see.
Oh,
I
I
have
like
that.
it.
I don't love Monopoly. I don't mind Trivial Pursuit again when it's a specific one. But my favorite, just real quick. So my favorite board game, I just have to tell this story because is Taboo.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
But I will almost always win as long as Allison is on my team because
100%.
100%. And here's the thing. Here's what happens is people have accused us of cheating. It's not cheating. We just have a very specific way of communicating with each other that we're never going to say the words on the cards because we know so much of the same TV and pop culture that we can get each other to say a word and it's never going to be
great.
never going to be on the card. Like let's say the word is book on that card. You'll never be able to say like write, reading, anything like that. I would just say Heather Gay's Bad Mormon is a Allison would know to say book.
Right.
Like we just have enough stuff in our, or even just song lyrics. We can just get each other to the word, and everyone's like, "That's cheating."
Yeah.
And it's not. We
No.
just
Good strategy, if you
That's the
ask
game.
me.
Yeah, it's a strategy for sure.
yeah. So we
It's
always
about-
win. So people don't like
That's
to play
about
with
the
us.
only game that I can play because
Allison's bad at games.
I have come to the conclusion, and I admit it, I have a losing problem. So I do not play games with
Oh,
people
she
because
doesn't.
it's safer that way.
Do you get
For
upset
them.
when you lose, or
Kristen, she
yeah,
flips
I'm not
tables.
Oh.
She flips the board. If she is losing, the game will not end.
don't get her and
She'll
Rachel
just call
together
it.
then? Because I don't know if
Yeah, Rachel's like that
I
too.
won't even play because it's just safer for everybody else. I've admitted it.
Yeah.
Rachel.
Now she won't
Walks
play
through
She won't
it.
play anymore. But she used to just like throw the whole board game if she was
if I
losing.
know it.
Nobody could play anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't love to lose, but I'll act very nonchalant if I do. Like, who cares? Whatever, it's a game. But like, if you have a winner who's like, "Haha, in your face, I won," I hate that shit.
Oh yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I'm
bad
competitive.
winners.
I always want to win. I mean, it's bad.
Uh,
So I would pick the game Boggle, and it's because I can smoke anybody I
like
play.
Boggle.
So literally anybody.
okay, so is Boggle with the letters and you have to make different words?
yeah, you shake them up, and then you have to make as many words as you can
Okay.
within the
That
time.
stuff's fun.
I swear I can smoke
It's
anybody.
fun. I'm not good at it.
Oh, I'll play you then. I'll happily smoke you.
I'm not good at it at all. So
you.
you will win for sure.
So it remains my favorite just because I know I can go in confidently knowing that I'm probably going to beat you. And if I don't, it's going to be super close. So I'm competitive.
I love it.
What about card games? Do you like card games?
Oh my God, I used to love poker, like Texas
Did you?
Hold'em. I used to play in tournaments. I actually won a couple.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow.
Used to
I'm not
love
good
it.
at
That's
poker
really
either.
cool.
I can play it, but I'm not good at
Love
it.
it.
I don't even know how to play it.
I love.
Yeah.
There's
And-
some basic card games I like. but when it gets too complicated, I'm out. I don't wanna have to listen to too many rules or,
I know. Spades is the only one I know
Oh,
how
I
to
love
play.
spades too. I used to play that in high
Just
school.
without thinking,
Mhm.
yeah.
We
that's
should play
funny.
sometime.
Yeah.
I'd love it.
I don't know how many people play it though, where we could get like a team
I
because
think
you have
a
We
to have
lot
a
of
need
team.
4
people
people.
do.
Yeah.
You need at least
Do you
4.
play, Leah?
I've never played, but I know a lot of people who
Well,
really love it and
Kelly can be your partner.
Okay.
Allison, what about you?
Okay.
No, I do not
Dang
play
it.
it.
Okay, I'll find somebody else. All right, perfect.
Oh my
You know
gosh.
who does though?
Who?
Our mom.
Mom.
Oh, okay.
Mom
All
Oh.
right.
loves it. Now she
She's my
gets
partner.
competitive too. That's where Allison gets it from. They start yelling.
100%.
That's where they get.
100%.
And my dad and I'll just be like, "Well, that was fun." As soon as they ruin the game, we're like, "All right, well that's fine."
I love it.
We just have to deal with it. Yeah.
That's
All right.
very
She can be
funny.
my partner. Let her know that we'll plan a card
Okay.
night.
That's awesome.
She would love that.
Allison can just
Yeah.
referee between all the fights. So,
Yep,
okay.
I'll make drinks.
All right.
There you
You
go.
guys just
Perfect.
play.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, what else, Kelly? Any other games or
Those are
toys that you
those are all
remember?
mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. I love board games. I love Scrabble.
Oh, Scrabble's a good
Scrabble's
one.
so fun. There's one that I play a lot. Well, I used to play a lot. Called Sequence, where it's.
Oh
Have you
yeah.
played
I
Sequence?
do love
With the
sequence,
color, the
yeah.
pegs. Is that
Um,
the little color
it's
peg
well,
ones or no?
No.
no, I think that's different, but there might be a different one. But this one is like you
Okay.
have cards, and it's almost kind of like a bingo where you have chips, and you have to get chips in like a certain line. Like you have to get 5 in a row, I think,
Oh,
that
okay. Then
correspond
I
to
don't
like
think
your
I know that one.
cards. And it's super easy. It's fun. It's a good little group game. I don't know. I like bananagrams, which is kind of like Scrabble but without a board. It's just the letters,
Okay.
and you have to. Each person takes a certain amount of letters, and then they kind of do their own like words in front of them. And then when you run out, you have to say peel, and everybody has to take another letter from the center. And so it's like the goal is to get done with all the letters, but you want to be the first one. So it's fun.
Okay.
That's a real fun little game if you like spelling and words, I guess.
I don't think I've played
But
that one, so
yeah,
I'm curious.
no, it's
Hmm.
easy.
Yeah, it seems like Kristen would like it
Yeah.
if you like
Yeah,
Pablo.
that's true. You might like that
Yeah, you
one.
piqued my interest.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I love games. I love playing games with a group. I think that's so fun. That's such a fun night.
I
It's
like
just a
game
night in with
nights.
some people.
Mhm.
Maybe not if Allison's flipping tables. I don't know how much fun we're
No, I just
having.
won't play. Listen, I just won't play.
Yeah, she can hang out. She just won't
I
play.
just want her on my team, and then I'll
It
be
is
all
a
right.
problem that I have admitted, and we will be okay.
Yeah.
No, we need
Now,
to set
my
up a game
favorite.
night and put Allison and Rachel on the same team because I feel like it would be really fun.
Dude.
No, because I don't know Rachel like that, and
It's
she
gonna be.
might not want to know me afterwards.
Oh,
I would hate to
gosh.
lose a friend before I
All
even make
right,
one.
fine. Okay.
Yahtzee is my jam. Yahtzee is like my
Oh,
ultimate.
that was a good one. Yeah.
I love Yahtzee the best. I think out of anything. So I'm
Mhm.
always in for a Yahtzee game.
Yeah, I've maybe played that one once. I don't that would have to be retaught to me. I don't
Really?
really know that one well. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is that everybody's
Well,
games? Or did
I don't
Allison
have any games, but I have
Yeah,
toys.
let's go.
Okay.
'Cause I'm not, so I'm a crafty person. I've always been like crafts. And
Mhm.
I don't know if anybody remembers this, but they're called peeler beads. But it was like you would have these little
Oh,
stencils and you
no.
would put the beads
Yes.
on them. And then when you make what you want, you iron it and it
Mhm.
becomes okay. Thank you. I'm glad
Yes.
somebody
Yes, it's
remembers
like
because
a
when I bring it up
looking
to people
I'm
look at
looking
me
them
like
up
I'm
now.
crazy.
perler beads,
Peeler
I
Or
think.
beads?
perler beads.
Yeah.
Sorry, perler beads. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, whenever I bring it up, people just look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, I know it. I used to make these all the time. Has
Yes.
nobody remember them?
Well, nobody has irons
Oh,
now.
yeah.
No,
Yeah, it's true.
nobody has irons
Okay.
now, so it's like I asked my kid at the store, I was like, "Oh, have you ever tried this?" And she's like, "Mm." And then I thought about it, and I was like, "Well, I don't have an iron anyway, so I don't know how I would."
We had
You put
cool
like the
shit
wax
though.
paper over it,
Yeah. They
and
don't do any of that
Yeah, the
anymore.
wax paper.
yeah,
I
Yeah, I
see
used
it
to
now. I
have
know
like
exactly what you're talking
I
about.
do too.
just tons of them because I would just put them together and then
You can
just
hang them in
be
the
like, "All right,
window and
well, I'm
stuff,
ready."
right?
Iron
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I loved those, and then I loved, like, the friendship bracelets with the plastic strings where you
Mhm.
Oh
had to
yeah.
make the now, I never started them. I was never one of the
No.
I always those were superior the girls that could start them were superior, and my
Agree.
hats off to them. I was never one of them, but as long as you can get me started, I could
If
go.
you know
I
what,
learned
I
there'd
could
be a
make that.
YouTube video now that would have shown you, so you would have been fine
Right,
That's
now
now.
it
true.
would've,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Mhm.
true.
But
talking about-
you knew you were the shit back then, you're like, "Oh, I'll start
Yeah,
it."
damn.
You
Okay.
talking about the
Like,
braided
okay.
ones, not the beaded
Yeah.
ones? Okay,
No, the
yeah,
braided ones
yeah.
with,
The
like, the
braided ones,
plastic
that was a
string where you have to,
talent.
like yeah.
Mhm.
That was a talent for
That was
sure.
the same for me. I learned that in summer camp when I was a kid. I went to like a day camp and it was exactly that. There were a few select kids who could start them
Mhm.
and you'd have to have them start it for you and then you could keep going with it. I know exactly
Mm.
what you mean. That's so funny.
Yep.
I love that. Well, as far as like toys go, we had so many things back in the day that you needed like to cook or like
Mm.
use heat
Mhm.
for.
Easy bake.
Like I had the
Yeah.
creepy crawlers oven and you're basically like mixing up gel, literally putting it in a little mold and putting it in a small oven to be cooked under a light bulb. Kind of like the easy bake
Easy
oven.
bake.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
Okay,
it's like
we had easy bake. I'm looking up creepy crawler because I
it
had an
was
easy bake
it was
oven.
like a boy version of an easy bake oven, except
Okay.
you're making little gummy. They weren't edible, but they were like little gummy bugs, you know.
Oh, but you didn't. Yours
Wait,
wasn't.
was
You
it
didn't get
Shrinky
to eat
Dinks?
yours.
No.
Oh
I
Did you guys do
don't know
Shrinky
the Shrinky
Dinks?
Dinks. Mm-mm.
no,
Oh,
I'm
really?
looking up everything
Oh
you
my
guys
gosh,
say.
Shrinky Dinks! You would put them in the oven. You would color them and then put them in the oven, and they would shrink down and be like a small version. You guys didn't do Shrinky Dinks?
I don't think so.
We had the best toys in
I'm
the
looking
80s
at them
because they
now.
didn't
I
care
did
about our
not.
safety at all. Remember
No.
those balloons that you could blow out of a straw? Oh my god, I love
Yeah.
those too.
Yeah,
So
Smelled like
toxic.
straight
I
chemicals. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I
I
remember I asked my mom to
Okay.
get me one of those, and you know how they did it on the infomercial, so
Mhm.
you'd have to call, and she faked the whole phone call. I'm still waiting for those to come. She faked the whole phone
Oh,
call, and then, like,
damn.
a few years ago, I was like, "Mom, whatever happened to those?" She's like, "Oh, I never actually called." I was like, "What?
Damn. That's
Why
cold.
did you do that?"
That's so funny.
You
I
can
was sitting right next to her. I was like, "Yes, I'm getting them. I'm getting 'em." They never
Oh,
came.
damn. You can get them on Amazon now if you just wanna, like, heal your inner child,
Just
Allison.
to yeah.
Mhm.
Oh man. Speaking of infomercials, oh man, I used to love an
Oh,
infomercial.
yeah.
me too. I still
Do
love
you?
it. Those
I do
info. Now they do
too.
the long form ones, but I still love them.
Miss
There were
Cleo.
Yep.
Remember? Oh gosh. The kids
There
today
was
have no
one
idea.
there was one I really loved a lot, which was the long-handled paint roller that you could put
Mhm.
into the paint and suck the paint into the handle, and then you didn't have to, like,
Yeah,
refill.
I
Oh,
wanted
that's a
that
I
good
one.
wanted
one.
that so bad. I was
Even though
like
we were painting
Yeah.
nothing. Yeah.
yeah, I was like
Right.
12 and I'm like, "Man, I
Right.
really need that."
Exactly. I
Oh,
think
that's
after
great.
my Saturday morning cartoon, like, phase, as I got older, early Saturday morning infomercials became something my dad and I would
Yeah.
watch, and we used to get in trouble because we would just order stuff,
Oh, you did?
and oh my god, my mom would be so mad. We had a bread maker we never used, we had a potato chip maker we never used, we just, like,
That's
started getting
I
the stuff, my
remember
mom's like
that. I remember the potato chip.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
my mom's
great.
like, "Would you just stop ordering stuff and just putting it in my pantry?"
Allison, you
Like, she
needed
would
to
get
go to your
so
dad
mad
to
at
ask
me.
for that toy, not your mom.
Apparently.
I'm
Mhm.
saying.
I know. I actually would have got it.
They've
Yeah,
just
if he thought it was cool, I could talk him into it. I'm like, wouldn't that be so cool, dude?" He's like, "Yeah," and then we just order it.
they just made you think you needed all that stuff.
Exactly. So
That
funny.
is funny.
All right, is that everybody's
I
toys
think
and
so.
stuff
I
or
mean,
games?
I
I
have a
remember it.
billion that I could talk
I
about,
know,
but
I know there's
same.
so
I really
many.
do. Like Simon.
really
Remember
hard.
Simon where you just pressed the things that
Mhm.
lit up around in a
Love
circle?
yes.
I loved that thing. Oh my
Mhm,
god, I
Yeah.
loved
love
it.
that one.
I had
Anyway.
this little, like a wooden box thing that had a maze on it, and you dropped a little metal ball into it, and then you had handles on the side to like tilt it.
Oh yeah.
And you used to try to
Mhm.
get the ball to the end or whatever. Did anybody else
Oh
play
yeah.
that? For some reason, I
100%.
loved that thing.
That was so
Yeah,
good.
there's actually, a bar Alice and I went to recently in Nashville, and it's a bar, and it has, like, big versions of it has a big version of
Right.
Simon,
No
and then the big
way.
version of what you just described with the ball. It was
Yeah.
so
Did it have a
fun.
light break
We
It was
did
like
it
a
as a
big
though.
sketch?
playground.
We made it.
Okay. I
Mhm.
would
That
love
is
that.
so
Yeah.
fun.
Apparently, there's one in Vegas too. That same place.
Oh,
Oh, well, we can
Ooh.
go
let's
and go to
go,
Like,
Vegas.
you're
please.
there.
It's like
Okay.
a playground bar.
Yeah,
That's
that
Oh,
really
is
I
cool.
can't
so
wait.
neat.
I would love
Yeah.
that. Okay, so you guys ready to hear about episode 6?
I'm so ready.
Yes. This is a
All
good
right.
one.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's like a continuation almost of episode 5. I feel like these two episodes together almost make the climax or the turning point in our story.
Mhm.
And this is a very short episode. It's like 25 minutes long. So it's
I
definitely
noticed
not
it was
long.
short, yeah.
It's really short. So it won't be as long of an episode, but sorry guys. I'm not as good as Kelly at doing all of the
Being over
colorful.
descriptive.
No, I love your descriptions. When I listen to yours, I'm way more interested.
We paired this episode of them with Bootjack Red Blend Wine by Niner Wine Estates in Paso Robles, California. This is a red blend made of Cabernet Sauvignon, Malbec, Merlot, Cabernet Franc, Petit Verdot, Carmenere, Syrah, Mourvedre, and Zinfandel. This Bordeaux-style full-bodied red blend has aromas of tart red plum and herb, and woody flavors of dark spice and dry fruit. Pair this wine with grilled and slow-roasted meats, robust pasta dishes, and smoked cheeses. Enjoy! For more information about us and all of the wines that we feature, visit our website at fearandwine.com. And make sure you follow Fear and Wine wherever you listen to podcasts so that you don't miss a new episode. And if you like us, please leave us a 5-star rating and review. Thanks!
Okay, so the episode begins and opens with Dawn in the backseat of a cop car with her lieutenant in the front, the guy from Seinfeld. So he is asking her a bunch of questions, and in the process, she's reliving seeing Benito die and watching him crack and crunch and turn. And she admits to the lieutenant that she does not know what actually happened. And he keeps asking her, was anyone else there? It seems like he's trying to give her a way out, but she can't come up with one. So once they're back at the precinct, she's now being booked into custody pending an investigation over the boy's death. They genuinely think that she murdered him at this point, or that's what they're going to be insinuating.
See, this is when a body cam would have come in real
Yep.
handy, or a dash cam or something like that.
100%. And during the booking, they really humiliate her. Like, I feel like she sees what it's like to be on the other side of being booked into custody. And they really treat her like a common criminal, looking in her mouth and making her strip down and checking her. And it's really, I think, meant to be a humiliation tactic. So we learn, though, in the process that she hasn't carried a baton since beating an informant with it 2 years ago. So she had gotten in trouble once before for being too aggressive. And so they're trying to kind of tie that in now and ask about that and remind us that she's been accused of violence in the past. So then they produce a positive marijuana test. So they had her pee in a cup and they placed the marijuana test in front of her. And if you I don't know if we even mentioned it prior, but her son had been smoking the pot and she had, confiscated it and at one point lit up a joint and smoked it one evening or something like that. So
It was when she was spying on McKinney that, like, when Edmund was sitting in his car staring at Donovan coming out, and then there was, like, the juxtapose of her staring at McKinney in his house. That's when she was smoking the joint.
Yeah. So I'm sure. And being that he had confiscated pot from her son, I got the feeling that, that was purposeful, them testing her and all of that. So they actually put her in front of this committee and they're just barraging her with questions. And it's just a bunch of like middle-aged to old white dudes that are in this hearing with her. And they're just really giving her a really hard time. And she's struggling to answer the questions because she's still very confused as to what even happened. So as the questioning continues, we actually learn that according to old records, that Dawn was once a child placed in the Mott foster home. The same house where Bernice died.
Bernice, yeah.
So they basically say that she had some kind of a reason. They're basically trying to give a reason that she would want to be the one to do these horrible things to all these people. It almost seems like they're going to try to pin everything on her at this point. So the room goes silent and Dawn's face is shocked. We can tell that she had no idea about this. It's like the first time that she's learning it is in front of all these men. And McKinney just smirks like he's so happy that she is feeling so uncomfortable and going through all of this. Across town, Athena Reeves, that's her mom, is clocking out from her toy store job and she's trying to regain, I think, some sense of normalcy, still going to work, even though she's really struggling mentally. Her boss drops a bomb. She's going to fire her because apparently Athena tossed out a box of outdated Raggedy Ann and Andy dolls, and she's asking her why she did it and asking her why her performance has been so poor lately. Athena tries to explain that it's a black neighborhood and not a good idea to sell these dolls there. She says the dolls are racist. They're part of the minstrel history, and the owner says you're gonna sell these dolls. And when Athena refuses that she won't do it, she's fired immediately. And she even says, I've given you 10 years of loyalty. She's been working there for over a decade, and just because she held to her standards in this moment, she is let go.
Is that true?
So, that I don't know. I was just about to say, this is when I watched this show, that was my first time hearing that because, as you know, I have Raggedy Ann and Andy dolls and I loved mine as a kid. And knowing my mom, I think had she known that, I never would have owned them.
Right.
So that was my first time hearing that.
That's interesting. Yeah, because it
Anything
wasn't
anything
something
about
that
that.
I had known about either. But if you do a little Googling, because I wanted to make sure, there is an article in the Harvard Crimson that goes fully into it being recognized, I guess, as seemingly innocuous things that are racist. Like there's a bunch of them, I guess. Even they're saying that even Mario from Mario and Luigi is,
What?
yeah. So,
I mean, I could
Not my
I
Mario.
like some little like Italian stereotypes. I could see that. I guess I can't figure out how the doll that doesn't look black at all came from something minstrel. It just that my brain can't connect those two things. I'm just not seeing it,
I guess I
and
could
I don't know
see
why.
almost a little bit of a connection between, like the Topsy thing,
they're
like when we
close. Yeah, I mean, I guess
yeah,
they're,
Maybe?
like
You think?
I mean, I guess I
I
could
don't
see how
know.
there could be a connection, but I didn't know if there was like historically
I don't
actually
know.
something there because this show seems to use a lot of real facts and
Yeah,
okay.
stuff,
I believe
you know?
I believe it's a real thing, it's just it's not something I never would have known or I never would have made that connection, so
Mhm.
I guess for her to saying you're not gonna sell them in this neighborhood, I don't think it was as well known as she
Mm,
might think because I know a lot of kids had that doll,
Yeah.
so I just don't know
right.
that
Especially
it
in the 80s.
was.
I feel like we even had a cartoon about it and
Yeah,
everything.
I think
So,
there was.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they had their cartoon because yeah, Edmund was watching one of their cartoons, but the point is, I get Athena's, point, you don't just throw out inventory, though, you
Mm-mm.
can't just do that,
And
That
was
is
this
a
just
so.
point.
like a reason? Was this just something she was saying to cover for another reason she was throwing them out? That
No, I think she was saying, like, well, she has a connection to that doll, and you'll find
okay.
out. Well, I mean, I mean, you kind of figured it out. It's
Okay.
Edmund's connection to
Right,
the doll,
right.
and then you'll see why she made that. But it might also, at the same time, it's true. So I guess two things can be true. She's
Mhm.
offended by it, and she's terrified of it. So
Mhm.
she's like, it's gotta go.
Yeah,
So
yeah. No, that's true. And just looking a little bit about the background, and I haven't done a full history, it was initially introduced in 1915 and introduced to the public in 1918. And it appears that the doll was in a bunch of books that also contained characters with black Miami dolls and things like that. So
oh, okay,
that
there you
might
go.
be the connection,
Yeah,
but I'd have to
there you
look
go.
further to be sure. I
Mhm.
don't want to give any
Okay.
misinfo
See,
either.
sometimes we learn things on this
Yeah,
podcast,
for sure.
guys.
Occasionally we do.
Absolutely. Okay, so meanwhile, back at the school now, we're with Dawn's son, and the kids are all whispering and staring at Kelvin as he comes down the hall. So he doesn't really know what's going on right now. He's very confused. He doesn't know why everyone's looking at him. But we find out through him having a conversation with that girl that he's friends with that his mother is being called a child murderer in the press.
But why does
So,
everybody know before him?
right? Good question.
Like,
Oh, it was on the
That's
news,
that's a good
obviously, because they're
oh, I
saying it
guess
was on the
he's
news, but he must
mm,
not have seen it. I mean,
mhm.
could you imagine walking in the school and everybody
no.
yeah. And the girl even said, she's like, I know you didn't want people to know your mom was a pig, but I didn't know she was a child murderer too. So she really
Yeah.
yeah. And I think that felt like his only friend. So when kind of like it's almost like
Yeah.
all of his connections are being broken off to everyone around
Mhm.
him. So coincidentally, a cop today of all days, a cop and a large lion mascot come in to speak to his class about the dangers of drugs. So they're doing one of those, old school presentations to the class about don't do drugs, kids. And the mascot being to me a connection back kind of to Edmund and him wearing those mascot costumes. And poor Allison has to see yet another mascot in this show.
Yep. Yep.
Cover your
So,
eyes.
yeah. So as this cop's talking to the group, Kelvin starts just doodling in his notebook and kind of like drifting off. And as he's drifting off, we start hearing this really scary voice. It's going like, Kelvin, are you all right? And
Whoa.
yeah, and he looks up and he thinks it's coming from the cop or the mascot, but it's clear, I think, at this point to us that he's the only one hearing the voice. So everyone else is still in real life listening to the cop but he keeps hearing this voice. So he looks up and he thinks it's coming from the lion costume, but it's not. So Kelvin is the only person hearing the voice. And then it says to him, would you like to play a game? And touch your
That
desk.
reminds
So
me of Saw.
yeah, it's a creepy.
Yeah.
It might just be my bad attempt at doing the voice, but
No, no.
it's a scary
Well, our
voice.
voices aren't I tried to do it too on my, last episode, and our voices just aren't deep enough, but it's really scary,
Mine's
yeah.
pretty deep, but
Yeah,
thank you for
demonic
saying that.
voice is always terrifying, but the whole
Yeah.
"Do you wanna play a game?" reminds me a lot of the Saw movies.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So he says, touch your desk. And Kelvin, you can't really tell at this point if he's struggling and doesn't want to do it, but he just very simply sets his pencil down and touches the desk. So he complies, and now he starts to be taken through a series of commands to touch his nose, touch the desk, touch your nose, touch the desk. And he's like doing it really fast, and you could tell he's not in control of what's happening. Tears are sliding down his cheeks while he's doing everything that the voice tells him to do. And
Well, Simon
eventually,
didn't say, though.
well,
I know, it's like Simon says
Yeah.
that
literally, it's like
just
that
Simon
kind of
it's
game.
just demands.
And then
Yeah.
he ends up telling him to get down on the floor and touch the ground. So in front of his entire class, these things are happening, even though, they don't really show the reaction of the students until he's on the floor. And once he starts touching the ground, we see everybody is staring at him like he's insanely crazy. And we start getting the flashes of that red-haired man that are happening in between every order. So I don't think Kelvin doesn't know who this is or why this is happening, but it's definitely the voice that we're hearing, and the controlling that's happening it's being caused by Edmund, or whatever Edmund has become, if that makes sense. Now Athena arrives to pick up Dawn from the precinct because she probably bailed her out or something at this point. And back at home, everyone is at the dinner table discussing this upcoming band performance that Kelvin is going to be in that evening. And she insists that Athena give her keys and her car because she doesn't have a car anymore because it was booked in as evidence. And they start kind of arguing with each other back and forth about it. And in a fit of anger, Dawn tells Kelvin everything about her adoption. And she's like, oh, yeah, you think that because Kelvin starts kind of trying to stick up for his grandma, and she's like, oh, you think she's good? And tells everything. So Dawn is so mad that Athena never told her about her past, and she realizes that she became a cop to follow a man who isn't even her father. She even says things like, a guy I only knew for 15 minutes and then he died, and I've done everything in my life to follow him, and he's not even my dad. And Athena just keeps trying to explain to her that we wanted you to have a good life. Would you have liked to have stayed where you were? And, they really get into a big blowout about it. So Athena ends up storming off, and Kelvin is really mad now. And he says Dawn blames everything on everyone else all the time. And he feels that even though she blamed everything on his father and now his father's gone, he said he feels like she is actually the absent one. Even though she lives with him, she's always at work and she's just never actually there. And then she keeps taking everyone else out of his life too. So he storms off to get ready for his show, and he tells her that she better not come to his show. Like, she better not be there. So we are now in the gym at Kel's school. They're about to do like a tech rehearsal for the band performance. So they're inside the gym at this point. My assumption is that they're going to end up out on the football field. Is that how tech rehearsals go, you guys? I never was in band.
I
Probably.
think it was like
Okay.
yeah, I think it was like an indoor pep rally, but it looks like a lot of people could come and watch.
Come and
'cause
watch. Yeah.
This is so funny and appropriate because last night I just went to my son's band competition and saw a bunch of
Ah.
marching bands perform. It was really cool.
Oh, that's really cool, actually.
Yeah.
Nice. So they do they begin the rehearsal, and they're performing a fantastic version of Cameo's Word Up, just in case you want to
I know.
imagine the music.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, and they've got
Yeah, it
the
was good.
dance line, and I mean, it is a great performance. I was highly impressed.
So
But
that song, just if I could
Go ahead.
mention really
Yeah.
quickly, that song always makes me think of 40-Year-Old Virgin. Whenever Steve Carell is dancing to that song, like I think he's in his underwear maybe, and anyway, that's a
I need to go
it's a funny
I
scene.
don't remember that scene, but I need to
I don't
check it
remember
out.
it in that movie.
I'll send you a clip.
That's great. I remember it because of honestly my daughter. So this song is on my playlist, and when she was little, we used to perform it together, and
Aw.
So she loves that song. It's on her playlist.
You've always
of, like,
exposed your girls to good music.
Thank you. I
Mhm.
try. And I danced to
Yeah.
that when I was like 10, I think, in the mall, like on stage in like a dance.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So that
I
song
learned
is
so
special to
many
me.
things about you on this show. I love it.
I know.
Good. Okay.
You've done
Yay.
poker competitions. You've
Mhm.
done
Yeah, I never knew
dance
a lot of that stuff.
performances. I never knew a lot of this stuff about you.
Oh, I've lived like 5 lives. I feel
I
like I'm on
love
my
it.
6th. Yeah. So Kel looks up and sees Dawn walking in to the performance, and now he's pissed, and he starts fucking up bad. Like, he starts missing all of his cues. He's messing things up. The band director is asking him, are you high or something? And he's getting pushed around by people because he's in the wrong place at the wrong time. And while all this is occurring, all of a sudden the gym goes completely dark, and then that red-haired man flashes again. And he's in the gym now alone with Kelvin in the dark. So it's him standing on the bleachers facing Kelvin. Kelvin is standing in the middle of the gym floor facing him. So it's just him alone. Everybody else disappeared. So it's just dark.
So
It
do you want me
starts-
to
Go ahead. Yeah. explain the
because is
outfit?
this is the first time we fully see him, right? So I guess we
Please
can
describe for me. Yes. Okay.
kinda describe it. Okay, so it's Edmund as
Mhm.
the Raggedy Andy doll. So he has the hair, but he's almost made it into, like, braids or
Yeah, braids or
dreads
short
kind
dreads or
of.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's wearing remember those, when he was playing the serial killer, those big platform boots and
Yes.
the, like, overalls? He has that on. He doesn't have the overalls, he has those big
Okay.
boots on. He has, like, some baggy pants, but he's, like, super muscular, which Edmund isn't.
Mhm.
He's, like, a little bigger and he's darker. His face is very kind demonic looking, but so
Mhm.
it's like Edmund as a doll because he has no nose, like, kinda like how when Gretchen Rossi would, like, take her nose out in filters,
Right,
like, it looks like
right.
that. So
Mhm.
he has, like, the
Yeah.
dark eyes. So imagine, like, Edmund just super filtering his face and giving himself darker skin, more muscles,
What?
and he's just erased his nose.
That's
And he has
creepy.
black lips. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
the
so it's
boots, I
trying
don't
to
understand the boots because if I'm trying to
I
be
don't either.
intimidating, yeah, I wanna be taller, but those just seem cumbersome.
Keep them
I mean,
lifts
where are
like
you
Yeah, I don't know
going
inside
how
so
you
with
nobody
can
can
those?
see the heels. Yeah.
Mm.
yeah, I'm not really sure because I don't know how you can, like, get a good run in with
Right,
those, but
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, but we'll include pictures, but I just wanna
please
give you a little
do.
description. Yeah,
Thank you for that because
sorry.
I would never have described it that well. The face the face is his face now
The face
looks
is
like
wild.
when he pulled that stocking over his face and painted that
Oh,
stuff
Yes.
on the
yes.
outside, but
Mhm.
now it
Yep.
actually is his face. So it's
Oh.
yeah, it's kind of
Mm.
terrifying. So in this moment, we get those kind of flashes back and forth, like Kelly was talking about in the last episode, where you're seeing kind of the version of one thing and the other at the same time. So we're seeing what's going on in Kelvin's mind and what's actually happening on the outside. And on the outside, he's just standing there, like with his eyes wide open. And Dawn kind of notices it first, but nobody else is really paying attention because they're performing. But we go with this flash back and forth. So he's drumming furiously alone in the dark with the guy across from him. And in real life, he's drumming furiously with this blank stare on his face. So while this is happening, the man in the gym starts running up to him, like running at him. And he's doing the same things in the lit up gym in front of everybody that he's doing in the dark. And the man reaches him and says, "Are you scared?" And then just then, a beat later,
Says you should be. You're
collapses.
on Scare
Yeah.
Tactics.
Yeah, exactly.
Did
So
anybody
he,
else watch that show?
no.
Oh,
No.
okay. There was a Scare Tactics show on Sci-Fi where they would set these elaborate scenes up and terrify people, and then at the end they'd say, "Are you scared?" And they'd be like, "Yes, yes." And they say, "Well, you shouldn't be. You're on Scare Tactics." Oh.
That would have been a much more lighthearted way for this to play out, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
unfortunately, it doesn't. And now we're back into real life, and a beat later, Calvin collapses on the ground. He's kind of like seizuring, and students start to scream, and his drumsticks fall away. The band teacher yells for help, and Dawn runs out of the audience towards him. By the time she gets to him, though, he is sitting upright, but he's trembling, and he just keeps muttering over and over and over again, "What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me?" And then it fades to black.
Oh,
That
this
one's
is okay.
Mm.
So I Googled him. I had to
Mhm.
see what he looked like, and you're right. He
okay.
looks so scary. But the no nose thing reminds me of the 80s versions of the Ninja Turtles. Like
Huh.
their
Oh.
costumes from the movies, the live action
Mm.
movies. I can't explain it. That's just what
Okay, I
I'm
have to
seeing
look at that
there.
because I don't
Yeah.
recall them
But
having noses where I would notice one missing. So
Does
I'm trying to
Raggedy Andy not have a nose? I can't even remember. I'm gonna have to look
He's
what he
got a
looks like.
little it's like a little, like, string
Nostrils?
there.
a triangle or
Yeah.
Okay.
something, doesn't he?
It's like yeah, it's like a
Yeah, no,
little
he has
maybe
a
it's a
triangle
triangle,
nose.
maybe.
So,
He has a
but
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
nose. He has something
is the
there.
lack of nose on Edmund's face shaped like a triangle? I can't remember.
N-
It kind of
no,
is. It almost looks like
Mhm.
serpent like because I think there might be little slits, but it looks flat.
Oh,
like a
Like, you
okay.
like a
can there
turtle.
might be, like,
Yeah.
little
Okay.
Oh, is that what it is? Aren't
Turtle
there little
nose.
slits for him to breathe?
Well,
But it's not it's pretty
I
I
don't
don't know.
I don't know either.
I gotta look at the picture
I'm
again.
just seeing a similarity between like his mouth nose area and like the 80s versions of the Ninja Turtles. That's all. But no,
Okay.
but besides that though, he is absolutely horrifying to look at.
But
Yeah.
one connection I'd like to make now at this point is just like in the first season of them, that evil, whatever it is separating this family. Like it is breaking them off
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
attacking them each individually, it seems, in different ways. And so I like that connection between the first and the second because I really go back to remembering that black and white episode and that there is that evil demon that says that he's going to make life hell, basically, for Black people for every generation moving
Yes.
forward. So
Mhm.
my guess
There's
is
an
whatever
entity
evil got
still.
to Edmund, it is that same evil from the first episode. So,
Ooh, that's a good
Mhm.
or
theory.
first season, sorry. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really good theory.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
This is a good one. Yeah.
I need a season
Well,
3 though that takes place
I
now
know.
because they keep going up. I think it was 40 years increments to the 80s or whatever or 90s.
So
So
it's
now,
time.
yeah, it should be time. We can do a current
I
one.
agree.
know.
That would be awesome.
Hmm
Are
'Cause
they doing one or
Mm.
no?
I don't know.
I
I
I
don't
can't
haven't
find
seen it.
think
any
so.
evidence
I
of
don't
it.
know.
I feel like it's been so long now that they probably won't, but I don't
Who
know,
do we
maybe
need to
somebody will take
email
the
about it?
opportunity.
Yeah, we need to reach out to somebody and make it happen.
I know it was created by Little Marvin, but I noticed either the last episode or last 2 episodes were directed by Ty West, so
Hmm.
at some point he had something to do
Oh.
with them. I
Okay.
know.
Yeah, I wondered, was it the
Yeah.
same for season 1 and season 2, the same people
Same
involved?
creator,
Yeah.
but it looks like a lot of TV shows will do that per episode, hire different
Yeah.
directors.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Well,
but yeah,
somebody
I need
make
a
creators.
us a
season 3
season
though.
3
Hmm
because I can't
I
believe we're so
know.
close to being done with season 2 already.
I know.
2 more
It went so
episodes, and
fast.
the next 2 are gonna be they're very chaotic, so
Mhm.
we'll try our best to
Hmm
describe it, but there's just a lot. A lot of, like, visuals, not even a lot of dialogue
Well, it's
almost,
like a
just a
lot
hmm
of
lot of
build
visual
up, a
stuff.
lot of build up to the end,
Mhm.
and then all the chaos breaks loose, it seems.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
I'll try to do a better
Yeah.
job of describing outfits and stuff because, like I said, when I listened to Kelly's episodes and when she described Edmund's outfit when he walked into that audition, and then now it's
I
so much
mean,
better because you can picture it.
nobody can describe stuff like Kelly,
I
though,
agree.
honestly.
I just noticed I don't know why I noticed outfits so well, like, when Edwin was getting dressed up last episode to see his sister, I was like, "Oh, he's got a little Bill Cosby, Heathcliff Huxtable
But you
sweater on."
really
He had
are
the
so good at
Yeah.
turtleneck, it was just cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
I
paint a
noticed
picture.
outfits.
Yeah.
You sure can. You are so good at setting a scene. Like, I'm like, after you explain, okay, the setting of where we're at in the story, I'm like, I feel like I'm there. I
hmm
feel like I'm
Oh,
there.
good.
Yeah,
Well,
I love
thanks.
it. Uh,
All right. Well, I guess stay tuned for the conclusion of them next week or the episode. What
7 and
7 and
8.
8
Yeah.
Yep.
have to go? Yeah. So and they are chaotic, but if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. We will online on Instagram include pictures as many as we can because the descriptions just don't do it justice. It's scary
hmm
visual.
Yes,
So I'll
very.
make sure to add those in.
Yeah, Kristen, if
But
you could
thanks.
just send me one like in the
Mhm.
middle of the night so I could open up
Right.
the group chat and see it and be
Right.
scared for a while, I'd really appreciate
I'm
that.
happy to comply. I will be more than happy.
Yes.
Just kidding.
Thanks,
All right.
everyone.
See you
All
later.
right.
Bye.
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 For more information about our episodes, follow us on Instagram at Fear and Wine Pod. And if you have a fun discussion question that you'd like for us to answer on the podcast, send it to us at fearandwinepod@gmail.com.